And do we have sound? Can't hear me. Well, can you hear me now then? Perfect. Mozilla, baby. Gotta love Mozilla. Well, I'm excited right now. We're here, live at the Boneyard. We're back. I'm your host, Sean Puff. Finally, back again. We haven't done this in so long. We've made a couple attempts, had some technical difficulties. I know, I'm just going to use Mozilla from now on. Had some technical difficulties, finally got through things. We're up and going. I'm suited up. We're back on. We're live. You're live at the Boneyard. I'm Sean Puff. I got Mike K with me today, and I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be here. Man, we've missed so much. We haven't been able to talk in so long. First off, I want to welcome you back, Mike. See, this is like our 5th season. It's, Season 5, Episode 1, right here, the State of the Patriots. Now, we changed a few things up in the way that Live at the Boneyard is going to be broadcast here from now on. So instead of us just kind of bouncing around and trying to cover all the sports all the time and give you everything in 1 hour, which is very hard to do, to get you the positive information and give you the opportunity to come on and speak with us, we're going to have one main topic every week. At the end of the show, we'll talk about a few other things and bounce around for anyone that's here that wants to jump on and talk about those topics. But today, the topic for the day, live at the Boneyard, the State of the Patriots, as it says right up over there. State of the Patriots. The New England Patriots right now. Where we start that? I don't know. I just had something that popped up telling me about Java something. The New England Patriots right now, a 3-3 record. We just lost this game, a 1-point loss. Such a good game, such a tough loss to the Seattle Seahawks. Now, when you look at the Seahawks, you know there's a lot going on there. I think this is a great young team. A lot of people think of it as the Seahawks and say, how do we lose to the Seahawks? This is a great team. But before I get into it and give my topics on it, I want to get your thoughts on the Patriots, how they look right now with this 3-3 record, and what do you think this might mean for them moving forward. Fair enough. Here's the thing. I don't know if I can agree with that completely. Things aren't going their way. I'll agree with that. Absolutely, you can say things aren't going the Patriots' way right now, but I don't know if I can agree that you can't really pinpoint where the problem is or where the problems lie. I think that the first thing you have to look at when you're looking at the problems with the New England Patriots is the secondary. We can go back a year from now and look at what I said then, and I said this secondary wasn't that great. This secondary was the weak point in this team. The secondary is one of the weaker in the league. That's not what happened. We finished number 28 defensively last year. And when you really look at what was done in the offseason, we didn't really make many improvements to this secondary. So I personally didn't have very high expectations for the secondary. I know they're young, so when you have a young secondary, you can't say, all right, well, they're going to grow into the position more, so they're going to start picking up and playing better. Yes, I expect that. But I don't expect them to come out and be a top defense right now because they're not that caliber still. It's still going to take them a few years to playing together and getting on the same page before this defense lives up to its ability. However, that being said, I think that's the biggest problem. That's the first problem that we have with this New England Patriots team right now is that secondary and the weak points of it. Look it. That's where they're getting beat. They're getting beat in the air. They're getting beat with these passes over the top because the defense just isn't strong enough, isn't good enough to stop it right now. And then I think on the other side of it, you look at this offensive line. This New England Patriots offensive line isn't the same offensive line that was there when we won the championships. There are a couple guys that are still there, but you can see it in Brady's face every day, every week. He's not confident in this offensive line. He's not there, and they're not giving him time. So you can't blame him for not being confident. I mean, they're not protecting for him. They're getting through. They're putting pressure on Brady. They're hitting Brady. They're getting sacks, and it's shaking Brady up. Yeah, you expect that to not happen to Brady, being the veteran, being how many times he's been to the big game, being how many times he's won the Super Bowl. But the bottom line is he's always had better protection than he has right now. This offensive line is just playing really, really bad. And the funny thing is they're not doing so bad for the run. And usually when you look at a New England Patriots offensive line, the run blocking just isn't working. But Brady gets his time. Brady gets his passes off. Brady's not getting as much time. He's rattled. So because of that, he throws the ball quicker. Even when he is getting a little bit of time, he's rushing his passes because he's expecting that pass rush to come because he's not confident in this offensive line. So I think those are the two big problems with the New England Patriots right now, the secondary and the offensive line. I think the wide receivers are doing great. The running backs absolutely doing their thing. Stephen Ridley, I mean, you can't ask for more from this guy right now. He's playing at the top of his game every opportunity he gets. The defensive line, you can't really fault them. You got to say the secondary and the offensive line, at least in my opinion. I'd like to get your rebuttal on that when you... I love when you agree with me. It makes everything so much easier. No, I'm saying that. But absolutely, you know, the wide receivers are doing their thing. Wes Welker took him a little while to get started this year. First couple games wasn't really doing things. You know, we laughed about it in our fantasy league because he went first overall this year and he wasn't really producing. But since then, he's turned it around. He's playing great football. Brandon Lloyd fitting well with this offense, producing, doing things that we need him to do here in New England. So I really think it's going to come down to this offensive line stepping up and playing a little bit better. And at the same time, Brady getting more comfortable with them. Because even if this offensive line just picks up and plays better, if Brady isn't comfortable and confident that they're going to do that, it's not going to matter. He's going to, you know, he's not going to feel safe. He's still going to rush his throws. We're still going to see some bad throws. I mean, look at, how do you get 2 intentional grounding calls? 2 intentional grounding calls in the first half. It wasn't even like, it's not like he's had 2 this year, 2 in a game, 2 in the first half. 2 intentional grounding calls. And I think it might have even been 2 in the second quarter. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. When you look at this and you say, what's going on? Tom Brady? You're just going to do that? Is my sound there now? That was weird. I think it just shows that Brady doesn't have confidence because you don't see this. He's not a guy that just makes horrible decisions like that. You know, Seattle came out and said they're a gimmick offense. I want to touch on that a little bit and get your opinion on that. Do you feel that the Patriots offense has turned into a gimmick offense where they're using the no-huddle offense just to catch teams off guard because they don't really have anything? Or do you think, you know, this is just something the haters are going to hate, they're going to say things? You know, what are your thoughts on that, on not the fact, but the Seahawks claiming that we're a gimmick offense and that's why they're able to beat us, because a good defense will beat a gimmick offense any day? And, you know, how do you feel about that? Very, very true. I can't argue that at all. It's very true. When they're good, they're great. When they're not so good, they're just the pits. It's horrible. It's horrible to say. It's horrible to see. But that's just that's the state of the Patriots. You know, it is what it is. I really think the biggest thing that we're going to need to do moving forward is doing something to improve this secondary. Like I said, they're young. They're not at that level yet where you're going to say, wow, this is an elite secondary. And it's funny, if Galen was here today, Galen would be the first one still defending this defense, this defensive backfield, and saying that they're young, they're talented, which I don't take that away from them. I'm not saying that they're not young and talented, but what I am saying is that they haven't been together enough, and they don't have enough. What's the word I'm looking for? They don't have enough cohesion as a unit to really be successful right now against some of these better offenses, and that's what's going to hurt us down the road and moving forward until something's done there. It's not something that's going to get fixed this year, I don't think. I think it's just going to be something we have to deal with. The way to battle the fact that we have questionable defensive backfield is to improve the offensive line's play to protect Brady and let Brady do it on offense. We need to put points on. That's just what has to happen with the Patriots this year. If we're going to make the playoffs, if we're going to move through the playoffs and get to the... I'm not even going to think about Super Bowl right now. Let's not talk Super Bowl with this gameplay. But, 3-3 right now, let's just talk about winning a couple games. And I think what we need to do is to work. Belichick needs to work this offensive line and get them out there, do something different with it, get them practicing differently, put them in some tougher situations to prepare for games, and put them in the position where Brady is going to be able to have their trust earned, where they're going to have the opportunity to earn Brady's trust moving forward. Because like I said, even if they go out and play the best game next week and block the hell out of everybody, you're gonna the offensive line isn't gonna get anything. They're not gonna get the respect of Brady right away. A little bit. They're gonna actually be able to say, hey, yeah, I trust this line now. I'm gonna be comfortable in my pocket and I'm gonna get my passes off. So I think that's what that is there. Now we got the Jets coming up this week. Obviously, our boy Rex Ryan has to run his mouth. He expects us to know that he's going to run his mouth too, though. He said, I know they expect this, but I think we're going to win. He thinks that the Jets are a better team than the Patriots this year. Sean Green coming up a huge, huge game. Sat my bench in my fantasy league. Anyway, I did start him in my last-minute league, which I am still undefeated, 6-0. Not many people still undefeated in fantasy football through week 6, but I am. Anyway, what do you think about this? What do you think of this matchup this week with success? How do you feel about their team? Do you think Sean Green was That's crazy. Yeah, everyone's putting all over. I guess it is all over Facebook. I'm just checking it out right now. I didn't feel an earthquake here. I don't know if anyone in New Bedford felt an earthquake. I'm gonna have to check it out and fill out Facebook in a little while and see. Crazy thing about it, people are gonna say they felt an earthquake even if they didn't feel an earthquake. That's just how it goes, Yeah, well, I know you're gonna get out of here soon. So we'll wrap up this little Patriots talk, and I want to talk real quick about a couple other things. First off, I saw you post this on Facebook today. The NFL got it right this year. Beyonce doing the Super Bowl halftime show. Not a rock band from the 1960s that nobody really cares about or wants to see. Not some guys in Starship Trooper suits that no one really wanted to see either. We got a good halftime show. Beyonce, I'm pretty psyched about it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to withhold my thoughts, my opinion on whether or not I want a wardrobe malfunction. I'm going to pass it to you anyway. I can't wait for a Super Bowl. I can't wait for a Super Bowl anyway. It's going to be the Niners Pats. I called it in case anyone didn't know that. I think I called it before. It was before the preseason review that we couldn't do because of technical difficulties. I'm psyched. Finally, somebody got something right in the NFL. Finally. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the whole fiasco with not good refs. They were like, man, Look at how horrible it was with these refs. Maybe, you think about if we have a horrible halftime show at the Super Bowl, maybe that's what happened. I'm hoping that's what happened, and hopefully they keep up with this and get us some good halftime shows moving forward. Keep it going. I know you're going to get out of here, you. So we'll cut it short this week. Nice little half-hour show. So I'll probably go a little 5 minutes over. I know you're going to take off, but I'll wrap it up with a couple words. But I want to give it to you, let you say your last words on things. What to watch. Don't say the presidential debate, because that's what I'm going to say. But give me a what to watch, and anything else you want to throw out there in sports real quick before you get out of here. And just so everybody knows, next week, same day, new time, Tuesdays at 6. Same Boneyard place, same Boneyard channel, different email, different address, a little bit though, or something like that. But you, give me your final thoughts before you get out of here. That's crazy. I hope it's not the end of the world. I hope that's not what all this means. We shouldn't be having an earthquake though, yeah. But hey, I guess it happens. We do have a tectonic plate. Wait, pistachios, I do it green, you know how that goes. So, since that was said, especially about the Celtics, I'll have to look into when that first game is, but either next week or the week after, depending on when the game is. If it's before Tuesday, the next week. If it's after the following Tuesday, the week after, we'll be doing a Celtics preview, so definitely check that out. I want to bring up real quick before we get out of here, I just want to mention Ray Lewis suffered a very serious injury this week. Now, it's always sad when we see a great NFL player, any NFL player, any athlete, with a serious injury. Ray Lewis has had a Hall of Fame career. He's been one of the top linebackers out there for, I can retire how long? As long as I can think right now. And he's always been that guy, big, fearsome linebacker. You don't want to go against Ray Lewis. Always been that, such a dominant force on that Baltimore Ravens defense. And he suffered a serious injury to his arm this week. And it was stated that his season will be done, and it may or may not be the end of his career. So, if I eat my peanuts, I don't care. I actually do care. Like I said, we never like to see an athlete get injured like that. We never want to see somebody go down, especially when it's something that can end that career. I do know that he probably would be able to come back, but he doesn't want to spend time with his family, with his kids. He doesn't want to risk. He probably doesn't want to risk hurting himself more. So there's a good possibility that we may have seen the last of Ray Lewis. Here's I mixed emotions on that, because he's an opponent of the Patriots, so obviously I do like the fact that without Ray Lewis, that takes a lot away from this Baltimore Ravens defense. Like I said, I never want to see someone get injured like that. That's never a good thing. It's not something that you go out there and root for. As much as in the heat of the moment you may say, I hope that guy goes down, you don't really want to see someone get injured. So I wanted to say, if we don't see Ray Lewis again, if this was the last time that Ray Lewis ever steps on a football field, I want to say thanks for a great career. Thanks for some great hits. I've always been a guy that loves watching the big hits, so thanks for letting me see some big hits and some nice layouts. I wish you the best in everything you do from here. I hope you're healthy and you're able to enjoy the rest of your life with your family, if that's the path that you choose to go down. If you do come back, I hope that you're successful with your return. I hope everything works out great for you. Now what to watch? The presidential debate is on tonight. So, this is a very important election, I feel, on more than one level, on the national level, for our president, for our Congress, for our state level, for Massachusetts, which is where we are here. There's a lot of very important initiatives on the ballots. There's A lot of very important positions people are running for. What I want to say is don't be that guy that says I'm a Republican, so I'm going to vote all Republican. I'm a Democrat, so I'm going to vote all Democrat. Really look at what you're voting on. Pay attention to the key points. Pay attention to who's going to help your cause, because that's what it's all about. Who's going to help your cause? Let's be honest about it. So the big thing is tomorrow, the last day to register in Massachusetts, I know, to vote. So if you haven't yet registered to vote, get out there tomorrow and register to vote. Make sure you get registered. Make sure that your voice is heard November the 6th. So, get out there, do your thing. Vote, vote, vote. And next week, so yeah, what to watch that tonight. Tonight, watch Obama, Romney, and on the other side, watch Verlander take out the Yankees. We all want to see that. You can even DVR the debate and watch the Yankees lose, because everyone wants to watch the Yankees lose. Or you can DVR the Yankees lose and just watch the end of it, or just watch the key points. It's up to you however you want to do it. I personally have 2 TVs in my living room, so I'll probably watch both of them, because that's how we roll here at the Boneyard. Other than that, watch TNA. I don't know if you guys watch wrestling, but Devon was behind Aces and Eights. Definitely check that out this week. And then what else to watch? Watch Live at the Boneyard next Tuesday, right here, 6 o'clock, with myself. Mike K will be here with me. Who knows? Galen Campbell might even pop in. Galen Campbell, by the way, he's been doing his thing. He's doing his thing over on the Kenford Abrams show. Let me let you know where you can check that out, by the way. Because I always got to give my shout-outs to my dudes over here. Bear with me for a moment. I'm bringing it up over here. Kenford Talk Show. You definitely want to check it out. Definitely want to hear what's going on over there. They got a lot of big things going. I know last night they had 5 guests booked. They had Mike Malone, all things Jets, Wesley Jones, all things Seahawks, Dave Ferguson, global sports enthusiast and fundamentalist, Beyond the Cheering, John Greenberg, sports expert, author of The Grand Man, Amos Alonzo Stagg, johngreenberg.com, Bill Kings, all things baseball, NFL headlines, NFL box scores. They talk Broncos vs. Chargers preview, MLB headlines, and of course, the good, the bad, the ugly of the sports weekend with Galen Campbell. Definitely check that out. If you don't follow Kenford Abrams, he's on Facebook. He's on blogtalkradio.com. That's where you can watch the Kenford Abrams show. That's KENFORD ABRAMS sports talk show. I know they're probably going online. They're probably going on the air tonight at 8 o'clock, I believe, unless they're not doing anything tonight because of the debate. But definitely check them out throughout the week. Every Monday, they have their show. They do the good, the bad, the ugly. Galen Campbell's always over there for that, so definitely check out the Sports Guru on the good, the bad, and the ugly on the Kenford Abrams show on Monday nights. And then tune in right here next Tuesday, 6 o'clock. I'll be back again, your host, Sean Puff, along with my boy, Mike K., and we'll bring it all to you. 6 o'clock, remember that, new time, 6 o'clock, moving forward, live at the Boneyard. And with that, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, everyone for watching the show. I want to thank Yackit.com for powering this. I want to thank the Off-Campus Bookstore. I want to thank Boneyard Entertainment. So I guess I'm thanking myself. But definitely, we'll see you guys next week. We're about to take a really long commercial break. We'll see you next Tuesday. Peace.